Gameplay screen up. Okay. Good. Great.
Okay.
Hi. So, shut up. We've been trying to get this fucking recording started for half an hour and something always interrupted us. So,
Yes.
where last we left off, you intrepid motherfuckers had ventured from the village of Cornelia and passed through the goblin settlement after being hired by the mayor of Cornelia to investigate a string of disappearances around his town. After following the clues and questioning people who had been witness to these events, you eventually came to an ancient shrine embedded in the side of the lone mountain that marks this wide-open grassland. Upon your entrance to this region and down into the shrine, you discovered many of the abducted individuals trapped in cages in a massive chamber. And deeper in, you encountered a dark elf named Astos, the perpetrator of the abductions, who you then engaged in battle and subsequently defeated with some help from a local witch named Dariana and the more open intervention of Kali's avatar, a snake of fire, Apopus. After the destruction of Astos, you questioned his next victim, a Mithrin man named Norvan, who the mayor of Cornelia had accused of committing a horrible murder some time ago, and had asked you all to leave him to rot should you find him. According to Norvan, however, he did not kill his family. The mayor did, drinking the blood of his wife when Norvan had stayed just a little too long in his place of work, the mayor's mansion. Upon that revelation, you went to leave to go and confront the mayor, only to find that after Astos' defeat, the anti-undead wards around the shrine had failed, permitting him entrance into this place. And now he stands on the far end of a bridge from you, looking on, standing tall and proud, walking cane in one hand, waiting for you to emerge so you can have a little chat. And it is upon that note that we shall begin. So, how do you proceed, ladies and gentlemen?
What's he
Probably
currently doing?
immediately gets in front.
Right
We
now?
ended last session, as I recall, I was telling Norban to get back into the previous chamber and close the door.
Yeah, Norvan is scampered back.
What's
There's not a door, there's just a fucking curtain. But yeah, he quickly
Has the
turns and goes away.
Roll20 UI slightly changed? The font of the health bars?
Not the font, but the frame has changed a bit. It has rounded ends now.
I'll see that.
Interesting.
Yeah. But yeah. As for Andoran, he's not presently doing much. He's just standing there. Takes a couple steps forward.
I take it it's too late to ask for payment, right?
I am afraid so, yes.
Right, I should have guessed. The closed curtains. Kind of emo look.
He looks around a bit at all the people in the cages. I must say, though, this is a magnificent find. So much livestock all in one place and unable to leave. That'll take a lot of pressure off of my back.
How long?
How long what?
How long have you been using that town as your livestock?
It's a very equitable arrangement, I can assure you. But if it's a duration you're looking for, I would say a better part of 3 years when I was elected.
Did they know you were a vampire when you were elected?
They would have killed me, so of course not.
And does anybody know now?
Just you, Norvan, and the people in this room who are witnessing this.
So, Carly, are we Just gonna chat with him, or
Kali ignores.
Yes, because I think it's about time we remove this hunter from his hunting ground.
If it puts your hearts at ease, you will be pleased to know that I only prey upon the criminals in my town.
And Norvan's family were criminals?
She was poking around in matters that were not hers to poke around in. An
in other
unfortunate,
words,
incident, but... Well, to ensure my own survival, what other options did I have?
you could try not being a psychopath.
I'm a vampire, miss. I cannot help
Yeah,
my nature. I have no choice. I must drink blood to survive, and I have to keep my nature a secret to survive.
Technically, you don't have to do either. Did you choose to become a vampire, or was it a thing that just happened, or what?
Frankly, I bear no memory of that event itself. It's been far too long. I feel that it wasn't a pleasant transition, but whether it was my decision or not, I no longer recall. Whatever the case, I strive only to survive now. I don't overstep my boundaries. But then again, I am a vampire, so any efforts to justify my existence to you, warm bloods and living mortals, will fall invariably on deaf ears.
To be completely honest, Mr. Vampire, sir, if you weren't murdering people to get the blood you require, I wouldn't really care what you were. But considering you followed us here to murder us since you couldn't be sure we wouldn't, get rid of Norvan for you, and all these innocents in cages are now about to be disposed as unfortunate witnesses, there really can be only one reply, you bastard. Jump.
Okay, and upon that note, turn order starts.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, so let's
Shame
get...
this vampire wasn't smart enough to find Sawyer blood. Time to end this.
Blood bags.
Oh no, it's more of a healthier option where he doesn't feed upon the living. More like a substitute.
Well,
Healthier environment.
All right, so Avela, you use jump. Your turn immediately ends as you go soaring into the air. I'll just move you over here.
so here.
Oh
yeah,
my
definitely.
freaking.
Kali just slowly starts walking up to him and gets about
Just
right
realized
here.
I'm right at the back. I don't know why, but okay.
Why did you leave Norvan alive? Why not just kill him when he saw you?
I need blood, and no one would miss a convicted murderer.
Great.
I knew you were a shifty git, but a vampire? Really?
For what you put that man through. And for all of the lives you've taken. Just fires just burning off her burned arm. I'll burn you.
You will try.
And in a fit of unbridled rage, she is going to strike with her scythe.
Okay.
10.
10. That just hits.
His avoidance is 10?
His avoidance is 9.
Oh, okay. Jesus.
Fine.
Okay, so that's
He's
gonna
end
be-
boss difficulty. This is going to be a tough one.
Boy. And since it's still an instant action, death design.
Huh, okay. That's design.
So he takes an extra. I believe it's 2. Need to double check. Death design. It is 2. So that's power times 4.
And I got the spooky boss music for this fight going, so if anyone wants to pop in a
love
roll
it.
20 for it.
Spooky, scary boss music? Count me in.
Let's see
Oh
how
my
vampires like
God.
fire.
All right, 54 damage.
Any reaction to fire?
Does not appear like it.
We're gonna need holy
Aw.
magic for a vampire, mate.
But
So-
undead and vampire.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
but holy magic's more effective.
Alright,
Fire
so-
doesn't
Yeah.
always work.
yeah, so you bring your scythe around and bring it around in this great big carving slice that sort of... Andron takes a step back and the blade slices shallowly across his chest, and he clenches his teeth a bit as he takes that step back and takes 50 points of damage in total.
Okay, so his armor is 4.
I mean, he's only level 3, so...
Fair.
And then he's going
Yes,
to...
he gets magic armor. Is that a counterattack?
No. What he's going to do is, since that'll mark the end of your turn, because it took your movement to get it close enough for that attack, and then your standard action to attack him, he's going to take a destiny action,
Of course.
which that's what I'm calling them now. And
What does he want?
he is going to lift up his cane, grab onto the brunt of it while his hand stays on the handle, pull, and draws from the cane this long red sword.
Ooh, a cane sword.
Indeed.
We could did it better.
Cane blade.
It's like one of those hidden blades cane.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm gonna nickname it the cane blade.
No.
Are you kidding me, honey?
No paper cut.
And then he will give it a little twirl, lift it up, and plunge it down into the bridge beneath him as he uses an attack called Flourish of Blood, which makes an accuracy check against everyone, including Avela, because it's a group target. So,
Bollocks.
indeed.
You can hit,
Oh,
you can hit
no.
everybody from all the way over there.
It's a group target ability attack, yeah,
Oh
So,
boy.
this will deal... Oof, da.
Really not scared.
Okay, so that will be
What's the damage?
Here we go.
before
There we go.
before magic armor calculations. That will be 62
Is that an element to it or just
non-elemental, and it targets magic
And-
armor.
And that's just instant hit. He doesn't need to roll to hit.
He already rolled accuracy and got like a 14 or something.
Well, yeah, so that hits everyone.
That hits everyone because, yeah, we ain't got the best
All right,
of all.
so-
I suppose it's not shadow damage.
So that is 54 to Kali.
Ow.
That will be 54
I
to
take the
Avela.
full bulk.
That will be the full 62 to Ixivon.
No armor.
Let's see here. Just 50 to Chira. Let's see here. 52 to Madeline. And it will be...
Do what? We don't get to attack here.
Hang on. He took a destiny action. He interrupted. All right, so then this shockwave of crimson radiates outwards from the point of impact and all across the entire room. And as the ribbons wash over all of you, you sort of like shield yourselves, and it hurts a lot as the energy washes over you. And he needs to make a force check. Not against any of you, just in general.
So
Oh no.
he just cut pretty much all of our health in half in one attack.
Except for Ixabon. Well, we can all use them breaks now.
25%, Tom.
Well, it's half.
All right, so he
25.
just rolled high enough.
25%.
For what he wanted to do.
What is
So
it?
as his cane strikes the platform and the red shockwave radiates outwards, the spiderweb crack pattern radiates outwards over the bridge. And the whole thing just crumbles beneath you.
Excuse you?
Oh no.
And everyone, minus Avela, is sent tumbling down to the bottom of the chamber below. You won't take any falling damage from this, just because it's not that long of a drop. But the bridge is now gone. And as you're all sort of landing
Damn
on the
it.
ground, And as you're all sort of landing and picking yourselves back up, Andoran just slowly drifts down and lands in front of Callie again. And that is his destiny action for this round. Who would like to go next?
Well,
So it's-
speaking of destiny,
25% for a limit break? Not
Yes.
50?
Yeah, 25%.
And he needs to be a
on
crit.
topic.
Or,
Yeah,
well,
and on
a
the
crit
topic-
or you spend destiny for it. One or the other.
I can just
What's
see
the-
just a floating Google, just like falling.
Speaking of limit breaks, I can see where I got mixed up last time. The second
No.
way to form limit breaks is with destiny.
If you're under 25% max HP, yes.
Uh,
Either critical hit or you spend 3 destiny when under that HP threshold. One or the other.
And it's the
Very
same
much.
with critical hit under that HP threshold, isn't it?
Yeah, if you land a critical hit when under 25%, that will automatically trigger a limit break without destiny.
Yeah, even though it says the second option's 3 destiny points. Yeah, pretty much.
Well, yeah, we need to be under 25% though. And again,
Yeah.
we're all at about 50.
I mean, if you
Just
want it
one
to be like 50% for these to activate, you need overdrive.
Yeah, or limit breaker job ability, I think.
Mm-hmm. So, Ixavon, get over here and punch the vampire.
Yes, because he's rushing
And
over to you. It's
Ixalan-
not that you just went ahead.
Exelon can't quite make it this
We
round.
can't quite make it.
Well, you can run all the way to him using that action, I think.
I mean, let's see. I was there. It looks a bit bigger down here. I don't know. It could be...
You can get just behind
Yeah,
Carly.
just behind.
You can make it to him, but that would use your action. You want to dash.
So setting your combo points back to 0.
The slingshot. What the hell? That's what I was doing.
Did you hear what I said though?
What?
Hmm.
Birdman smash.
Birdman
Yeah, but I
smash.
can't do that because Carly's there. I don't want to hit her again.
Yeah.
I can't do shockwave.
No. let's
Unless
not
Carly
do that.
moves. I mean, does Carly still
Carly,
move? or
Carly
not?
can't move. She already used her movement.
Shit.
You could also take and/or give a potion.
Hmm. Which, since Carly's a squishy, yes.
Coming from the guy with no armor.
He has 180
I
HP.
have tank health.
Fair.
I don't need armor.
So what are you doing?
I think you just
Potion. Hi.
a high
Gives me a
potion
high
on
potion?
Kali.
Oh, that
I
would be
mean,
lovely.
unless a lesser potion can fill up.
No. High is good.
So there you go. High potion.
All right. There you go. 50
Yay!
HP
Anya,
back to
don't
Kali.
argue with
And
the
just shoves
Birdman.
it down her throat, taking inspiration from a
Carly, I wish you
eye.
didn't go ahead. Take the potion.
Yes. Alright.
All right. So that is those two. Avela's still in the air. That leaves the ladies.
Okay. So much has happened. Oh my goodness.
Yes. So you can get about right here.
As another point of order, there is a new reddish mist sort of filling the space down here as an aside, just for the creepy ambience.
By the way, made a critical error because I got bloody Alistair in my head. It was a normal potion because, you know, he didn't really have enough for the highs.
Okay.
Right.
If it was normal, then I'll adjust the health for that.
Yes, you don't have Alchemist anymore.
You don't have alchemy.
Yeah.
We miss it already.
You do.
It is a very valuable ability.
Be nice if Rosa
Level
had
3.
this go around.
Level 3.
You're gonna be level 1 in a couple months.
Alright, so yeah, Han, you can get anywhere right here.
Okay. I was just trying to decide what I want to do. This guy's terrifying. Just all that. It just took so much.
Channel Van Helsing and you'll be fine.
Channel Van Helsing. Okay.
Okay.
Actually, One sec. I do remember something you had. That could maybe work.
Hmm?
So if this guy is a vampire and undead, I'm guessing he's immune to shadow.
You would assume so.
He's also undead, but since he's undead, he's also going to take
You need
some healing.
Yeah.
Maybe
So
one-
you would need to heal him to death or holy.
Damn it, does do shadow. Fuck. I
Damn.
hate when target enemies are into shadow.
I'm gonna stay where I am and use a potion that I have in my inventory.
Alrighty. So that will bring you up to 22 HP. Or that'll
Okay.
give you 22 HP, excuse me.
Okay. And then I'll adjust my thing. So, Madeline goes.
God damn it.
I'm observing. I'm not doing anything yet.
Are you just going to assume a defensive stance? Because I do let you substitute movement
Oh, I
to
forget
use
that's-
items. Yeah.
I forget that's an option, like a defense. Yeah. Can I actually?
I will warn you, they'll only give you a bonus against physical attacks.
If it targets your magic
Yeah.
armor, the damage will be decreased, and so yeah. But you can assume a defensive
If you've
stance
got any
if
range
you
attacks,
want to stay where you
that
are.
could be useful.
I mean, if I use the potion, doesn't that count as an action?
That counts as your.
That counts.
It can count as your movement action or your standard action, your pick.
Well, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm assuming I'm at a distance where I can still aim, or is
You're-
it too far? I think I'm
You're
too far.
Yeah, you're too far to use a spell right now. You need to be within a medium range for a spell to hit.
So right
Okay.
about where Vela is the farthest away you can be for a spell.
Fuck
Yeah,
it.
so you
What possibly could go wrong? All right, I'll use the potion as my action. I'll just move up here, and that's it.
All right.
What could go
Just
wrong?
manage our health,
Hmm.
because if any of us go down, we can't get them up again.
I mean,
Unless,
I thought
unless the witch has life.
I doubt it. That's quite a high tier spell.
you're assuming that the old witch don't know how to.
She
cast
does not.
light?
She does not have a res spell. No.
Okay, well,
Okay,
never
well,
mind.
fuck.
Yeah.
Well, fuck.
That
She might
rules
have.
up.
She might have once upon a time, but she's lost some of that on the grounds that she's fucking old.
Same with Chira. She used
That's
to be
the same with Chira, yeah.
Master Time Mage has lost a lot of her knowledge. Oh boy. So, alright. Madeline.
God damn it.
Come on, Madeline.
Can I make a request?
Oh, I know what he's gonna request.
Well, I was gonna request Libra so we can see what he's weak to.
That will work.
Well, does that work on bosses?
Let me.
Also, he's undead, so I think we can infer.
Yeah, not
Level,
that I
species, elemental
predict
strengths,
the
and
holy.
weaknesses. So, yeah, we'll probably just say holy.
If
Go ahead.
if I threw a potion at him, would that hurt him?
advise it. We need the
I mean, he's undead.
I know.
I
I'm just more making like kind of a joke and it kind of a question because I have played some games that are kind of silly with that. Like
Technically
That's-
speaking, yes, healing items would hurt him.
okay, yeah, but I don't want to waste it. Okay, that's good to know though.
He is undead.
Good to know for future references.
Future reference in campaign 2, if we counter a normal undead enemy, not notorious or above, we can insta-kill them with Phoenix Down.
Oh God,
Yeah.
no!
Yeah.
I'm, honey.
Whereas Phoenix Downs on notorious enemies or boss monsters would simply do an amount of damage equivalent to a death spell, so like your power times 8.
Huh.
So, what's wrong on?
Never give Aeon any healing potions. Because I can see him being the one that's like, oh, it's undead. I have the answer, Kubo! And throws a potion at the undead and wastes it.
God. Oh,
Hmm.
gosh.
Oh no, this naive Moogle is
Get a
in
sense
so
of
much
being
trouble.
potions.
That's great.
Oh my god.
An Aeon bombing run.
Oh god. Okay, so yeah, Libra is probably not really worth it. So you want to do something else?
Can I shoot him actually?
I mean,
yes,
you can certainly try.
You can. You're gonna need to be at least
Next to Kira. Next to Chira.
Next to Chira, yeah.
I love when you I love when you combine like the K and Yoshira and call her Kira.
Akira Toriyama.
So many instances of that kind of letter combination, it would be a silent H.
Yeah.
Kyra.
Oh.
You're
Like Karen, for instance, instead of Charon.
And of course, another way to basically kill stuff with heals. Zombie effect's nasty.
Zombie is nasty. Alright. Madeline, shoot him.
Roll well.
Put a bullet in his skull.
Come on,
funny,
dice.
Hatch.
Be nice.
very
Be nice
funny.
today.
Or no.
I'm quite the funny guy.
You want to get choked right now, do you?
Maybe.
Any
Get a
plus or
room.
something, or good?
Plus your accuracy, your ACC for the attack roll.
Oh, guys, I'm gonna get on my freaking sheet that I always do.
Mm-hmm.
The ACC is 2.
The valuable
Thank you.
part of every character. Le sheet.
Thank you for whoever said that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can also just hover your mouse over your token and get a very quick readout of your avoidance, accuracy, and armor stats.
I do like that. That is helpful.
I'm still pretty delusional from a certain someone waking me up at 4 in the fucking morning.
Darkness.
Sorry. You have an accuracy of 2, my dear.
Why do the dice dislike you so much? I don't understand.
I don't know. Am I
It's
that
also the-
chaotic?
It's also the fact she needs to roll consistently a 7, which is a 4 and a 3. Which is... She has
Damn
more
it.
chance of missing than hitting because, oh god.
Yeah, I thought
Level 3.
I thought avoidance was bad. Accuracy's just ouchies this time around.
Well, lower levels, so I guess that's to be expected.
This better
So,
not happen on the next campaign.
Remember when Nee had like plus 11 accuracy?
Have a bit more faith, my dear. I mean, you should be lucky, you
Neil's
might be
utterly
lucky in
broke.
the next one.
Nea's OP, please nerf.
I missed it.
Anyway,
You
so
see my
Madeline, you come flying around up to Chira's side, lift up your gun, fire off a shot. You do a little backflip from the kickback, and to your surprise, your shot is actually on point. It's flying directly for Andrin until his sword flickers up and cuts the bullet right out of the air. A little
Just showing off.
spray of sparks.
Oh my god.
You know, for some reason, I figured when we get to second campaign, Arby's gonna focus on boosting up our accuracy no matter what.
All right,
As long as the
so
rules allow it.
Dariana, on her turn, is going to do 2 things. She is going to pop her only potion on herself, which will give her back 23 hit points. And then she will proceed to use her only swift cast, Cure, on Madeline to give you back some of your HP.
Aww.
See here, so your max HP... that was incorrect. Give me a second. Your max HP is 95, so you get back 20... Or hold on, no. I need to roll. I need to roll here. So 24 plus 9. 24 plus 9. So that will be 33, I believe, that you get back now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
33 HP back to Madeline, and that will be Dariana's turn. And now it is to the vampire.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Vampire.
So, Andrin is going to give his cane a little twirl. Come on, I'm sure you can do better. And we'll make an attack roll against Callie since she's right there. That is an 11 to hit.
And of course
Oh
that
no.
hits.
Oh,
Oof, duh. Okay, so
There we go.
give me a second here. So, 56 damage to Callie.
oh no!
Hey, guess what you could use now?
And I need you to make an opposed force check.
Of course. Of course, there has to be a force check.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna need a critical success to succeed this one, by the way, because this guy's a really high force.
What is it?
Mr. You have permission to
He rolled a total of, give me a second here, this is a big number.
Oh no.
With his,
Oh.
he rolled a total of 17, so you're gonna need a critical success to bypass that.
Are you fucking with me? What's
He's
this
an end
for?
boss!
Honey.
He's
Hey, Mystic, do I have permission to hug?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm gonna need a
so,
hug because.
No,
whatever the
it's
fuck
mine. My hug.
alright, so,
Hey!
as Andrin's sword, so as Andrin's
I
sword
will throw
gives
a
you
pat on
a,
the back for him.
say, Andrin's sword gives you a mighty carve across your front, a gout of blood sprays free, and you are sent sliding back a short range to land next to Ixavan.
Okay, so it was just a knockback. God.
Yeah.
Not so bad. Not so bad.
Right side is, at least I gave you that potion. You might have been down.
Well,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I would have been.
That would have been.
Thank
Yeah, you would have been sitting out the rest of the session.
And following that, Andorin will move over here and end his turn. Party's turn. Avela, your jump ends.
Incoming! Yeah.
Accuracy check, please.
It's 5 and a 3 plus 3, so 11.
11, that hits. Give me damage.
Mm. 27.
27. Nice. That comes out to a total of 23 after armor calculations.
Goddamn!
Gonna go in again.
You just gonna jump again, or you just gonna attack him?
No. I keep getting
Before I,
hit
make
today, Jesus.
before I make any such decision, I bet it's gonna take out one of our 2 potions, look at Carl and go, get your butt over here! Snake 2!
Alright, so you're using a potion?
I'm going to give a potion to Carly when she gets her butt over here.
Ah.
Regular or high?
Regular.
Yeah, I
don't
was gonna
think we could
suggest
afford it.
stay out and heal up, and then basically I.
Yeah, I don't think we could afford high potions.
Alright. And then I do very much think I'm going to jump in the air again.
Alright,
Bye!
Oh my god!
and up she goes.
Boing.
I'll move you over here, off the field.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, boy.
So, well, already used her movement, so
And you drink a potion, I think. Have you?
That was
I gave her the
that was
potion.
given by Avela, so that counts as Avela's movement
Alright.
to do that.
okay. So
So
I
it's
guess
up to you. Do you want to heal up again or hit the vampire?
So first things first, I want to do. First things first, Arcane Crest,
Alright.
just so I don't have that bullshit happening again. Part 2, I am taking my own potion.
Okay. So that's another 25 HP back to you.
Yes.
I haven't taken
Now, after that rather rude slash.
I will point out you did use your movement action to get to me.
Yeah.
And that's
So,
just-
so unless whatever you're about to do is an instant action.
Oh, I thought you said that was considered her movement.
Yeah,
so
but
I
you
could
had
say
to
that.
use a movement action to get to Avela.
Okay,
Yeah.
well then.
So and then your standard action would then have been drinking your own potion. I'll let you walk
That's
that
what
back
I was
if you
asking.
want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk it back.
All right.
Redo.
Okay.
Freedom.
Rewind.
So again, being thoroughly pissed at this fucking adder, she is going to use Bloodstock.
Nice.
Oh.
So let's see, 12. That'll be times 8 because he still has Death Design. 96. Burn.
Nice. All right, so you turn to Andrin, and Apopus rises up behind you in a swirl of flames before shooting forwards, creating this long trench of flame along the ground that just goes shooting by you, Chira, like right off to your left. Just this wall of flame as the snake passes.
Don't let Carly die. We need her.
So, does he have any reaction to the snake?
He seems certainly interested and alarmed by it, but otherwise doesn't have much of a reaction.
How'd that damage do?
That did a fair chunk of damage. It came out to a total of 97.
Okay, so his armor scores are pretty much the same.
Yep, even distribution. Like, once the flames pass, he sort of like has his arms in front of him, shielding his face, lowers him a bit. Okay, who next? Okay, Ixavan, I guess, is volunteering.
Ixavan's going in. Punchy, punchy.
Commit war crimes with your fists.
War crime.
Yep.
Punch him in the face.
Punch him!
Let's punch the blood-sucking bastard in the face.
Accuracy
Oh
check.
my god.
Get a crit.
That would be nice,
Aye.
wouldn't it?
Although I need a bit of a mana because. So, if I ever do want to put Destiny, roll my actual dice first, then Destiny. Just in
Yes,
case.
yes.
Correct?
Justice check for critical successes or failures. Either one
Yes.
would eliminate any need to roll Destiny.
Yeah. I was going to change up a bit when I get to campaign 2 if I find a decent dice that's a different color to these ones. And then whatever their colors are, those would be Destiny, where these would be the normal dice.
Okay.
Basic color coding.
Yep.
You're gonna turn into a dice
Now,
goblin.
Roll.
I definitely think I'm going to roll another one for that and just double check my accuracy. I know it's low. My accuracy is low. And I'm going to roll another one.
All right.
Just remember
Yeah,
you
what's
need
Destiny
3
have I got? I
Destiny
got-
in order to use your limit break.
I'm not using my limit break. I don't even have 3 Destiny, I don't believe.
You do. You got 3 destiny
We
in the
should've
last
got-
session,
I said we should have got 3 Destiny from beating the last guy.
which I assume you just neglected to record because you're you.
Alright then.
All right. So you rolled a
That's a good
so you rolled a total of 6 previously. So you'll need at least a 3 on this Destiny point for this to turn into a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, darkness.
But I'm debating, I'm just having a quick read up on my. Let's see. Yeah. That makes things difficult. I'm stuck in the position. I could roll to try to hit, which may be a miss anyways, or if I save it, I could go to my, well, what is it? Scrolling. 100 fists. But then again,
That's not 100 fists works.
yeah, so nah. I think I'm gonna risk it and just use it for the roll. I think.
All right,
Although
all right,
in-
add, roll
Ooh.
1d6.
Actually, looking at my limit break,
You can't do
I
your
think I'm
limit
gonna
break
gamble
right.
it.
You can't do
I'm
your
gonna
limit
gamble
break
it.
right
I'm
now.
not. I'm just gonna say that's a miss, basically.
All right. All right, so he's
Because I want
not
to save
spending
it
the
for my
destiny,
limit
so he
break.
can use his limit break later. Okay. All right.
Alright.
Gotcha.
Just in case.
Okay, so you go in, you try to punch Andrew, and he turns around and sort of catches it with his forearm and shoves your fist back. I think not.
Alright.
All right.
Ladies,
Shoot him.
you are in range to hit him, hon.
Okay, I'm gonna go because someone's at work's trying to contact me, but I gotta wait for them to call. But I'm just gonna go while I'm waiting. I'm going to do Burn Ray.
All right, are you going to do it swift cast?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
Okay, so
What is the MP cost of swift cast again? 5?
5. Okay, so
We liking the music I picked for this fight, by the way?
Yes, is it very suitable?
Okay, so 1 second.
I know that feeling myself. It's alright.
Alrighty. Comes out to 30 damage. So this ray of heat blasts across Andoran's back, exciting the muscles there. It's like little, you can hear like the sizzling and popping sound as his flesh is excited.
He's so excited. He just
Oh, yeah,
can't
just comment on
Yeah,
just a comment on you and the music. Neo's a creepy fucker.
it is.
Well, according to the title, this is not Nero the Sable.
Well, anyways, does Chira want to take any movement actions, or is she good where she is?
I think she had to take the call, so
Right. Regardless, gonna go ahead and have Andrin use another destiny action now.
Ah.
Oh
Okay.
no.
okay. As much as annoying as it is, Tom, it is good that he keeps using them, because if he uses it to the point where he can't use his limit break, that's good.
Yeah.
We'll see.
And he is
Let's see
going
what
and
he
he is
says.
going to target Birdman with this attack.
Birdman.
Oh.
Oh,
Yep.
Why the Birdman? The Birdman didn't even hit him.
Well, because the Birdman is tall, has a lot of hit points, and don't think he didn't notice you summoning that protective barrier around yourself, Kali.
I don't know what
So,
you're talking about.
so he's going for the unarmored target for the moment. So
protocol.
So your avoidance is 6. So he literally has to roll crit fail to miss you. So he hits you.
His avoidance is not that great.
All right, your avoidance is 6. So
What did he roll?
he rolled a 1 and a 6 plus 4.
Alright,
Yep, definitely hit.
that's 4.
All right. So
Suddenly missing my -2 to accuracy and or avoidance shot.
all right. So
Disabling shot was nice.
so
I
let's
think I'm
see here.
starting to miss armor.
So that will be. Give me a moment here. I'm running numbers in my head. I'm not good at math in my head. That'll be 44 damage to you, Ixavan.
Ugh.
As Andrin turns to you after blocking your punch and taking the heat ray to the back, peels his mouth open, you see his fangs, and he quickly darts in and just clamps down onto your shoulder. And I need you to make for me an opposed finesse check, if you would be so kind. Or rather, hold on, actually. I need to roll...
Finesse?
Hold on. I need to roll something first.
Sorry, I'm back.
Okay. Never mind, you don't need to make that opposed roll, Ixavan. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you needed to roll a 4 on that. It's only a 25% chance of occurring on that attack. So either way, he bites your shoulder, then he lets go. You're hurt a bit, but you're otherwise okay. All right.
Bang, 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 kabao.
All right, now, before we get to Madeline, Shira, you do still have a movement action if you want to take that.
Did the hit do anything or no?
You did do damage
It
to it.
hurt.
Okay, I just was curious.
Yeah, you did do damage.
Okay. No, I'm fine where I am. I'm good. I don't need to move.
All right.
I do know one thing. That vampire's gonna get it once it's our turn again.
Mm-hmm.
We
All right.
hope.
And to you, Madeline.
Oh, jeez.
Want to try to
Please
shoot
look
him
at
again?
that.
I have faith in you. Kill.
I'm not gonna depend on the dice today, even though it's like gonna be like I hate you for the rest of it.
How many destiny points do you have? Curiously.
Let me look. I think I don't have any. I don't know how many I have because I put 0 on it.
You should have 3. One after you got 1 point after defeating the Stone Guardian, and then 2 after defeating Astos. So you should have 3.
You gave us 3 for defeating Astos.
I thought I gave you 2 for defeating Astos, and it became 3 for freeing the prisoners. Yeah, either way.
So I have 3. I need to edit that or no?
Yep.
Yeah.
Gotta keep track of those when you're given them. They're important.
Mm-hmm.
I would say I will fear, but then again, it could be 50-50 with me still.
Me. Let me go through my freaking ability.
Chemical spell was always fun.
Thank you for the
Come on,
freaking
Walls, where are
suggestion.
you now?
Let's do chemical spell for this one.
All right. So chemical spill lets you take a weakness or like a resistance he has and turn it into a weakness.
If successful, the target loses any resistance or immunity to one element of the engineer's choice and gains vulnerability to that element instead.
So might as well just say gets a vulnerability to whatever element then, basically.
Basically.
Although I would have thought it would have been a step for Shadow and Holy, wouldn't it? Or was that a different thing?
I don't. Doesn't say anything about Shadow or Holy, so I imagine those are
Those are probably included, yeah.
Huh.
Although,
And just as a reminder, a vulnerability means taking 50% extra damage.
although she needs to do an opposed force check, and this guy's force is ridiculously high.
Damn it. And, And plus, what spells have we mostly got? I know one of us got fire. Like, so...
I mean,
fire.
I have my scythe is fire.
Can I ask a
Okay.
question?
Yes?
Go ahead.
Of course, I am.
Do certain people still have those orbs we picked up?
Well, yeah.
I think Dariana used hers already.
Well, Dariana and then me as well.
Use mine.
Did
I
Avail
still got
use
my
hers?
protection, which...
Yeah,
It was eject.
Oh yeah, it's eject. Who had the protect one?
Wait, I thought I had the protect one, because, you know, I get into fights.
Yeah, I'll use it.
I've got the burn ray one, and then I can't remember what Madeline's was.
I think it was like a earth one. It's like a.
Seed cannon.
Yeah.
You had seed cannon.
Thank you.
Seed cannon, yeah.
I got a cannon.
if you had a cannon.
I love the cannon.
You know, in actuality, you could potentially just do that, because seed cannon doesn't require an accuracy check.
I mean, Chira's already gone. I mean, Chira's already gone this round, hasn't she?
Well, no, Madeline has seed cannon.
All right.
Let's do the cannon.
Okay, Madeline doing seed cannon.
That's power times 4 plus 2d6. And earth damage, if he even has any kind of reaction to earth.
No reaction to earth, you can tell that already.
So, your power times 4.
So roll something.
Your power is 8, so multiply that by 4. 8 times 4. So you would roll 2d6 plus 32.
That's a lot of damage.
It's not a bad amount. 37, nice.
Whoa. Got you happy.
All right, so
I get used to it.
Madeline, you lift up the orb for seed cannon in your little paws. You focus on it for a second, and then it's the weirdest feeling. You just feel this big old lump in your throat, and you kind of involuntarily tilt your head back to make room as something just manifests in your esophagus and just rushes up and up and up. And to the rest of you, you get to witness a scene that few have ever witnessed: a Moogle's mouth visibly opening. This is not something that is typically visible in nature because their mouths are so tiny, but this one just opens wide like a snake jaw unhinging as this massive coconut-sized seed just emerges up from Madeline's throat before boom, shooting out like a shotgun blast and striking against the back of Anderin's head, making him stagger forward a bit as it bounces off. Boom. And then, Madeline, your mouth closes back up, and you feel hollow now.
Say
You don't
hello
know-
to
you
blue
don't-
magic. It's twisty and weird.
You don't know where, but as Avela's hanging from the ceiling, she just gets a card, holds it in the air, and it says 9.5.
Wow.
Would have been a 10, but the Moogle's mouth unhinging was terrifying, so you lose half a point for that.
It is.
Oh my god.
That is the most horrifying thing I just pictured in my head. It's like the game decides to glitch like crazy.
I'm surprised Ixalan isn't like freaking out.
I don't think he saw that. He's a bit busy.
Okay.
Yep.
Either way.
That's all of us.
So
And
to Dariana. Dariana is going to move forward, park herself right here, and is going to initiate a slow action to cast Cure on Kali.
Because
Aw.
I is hurt.
Indeed.
Oh, no.
So that'll go off at the start of her next turn. And
Did
now
I
it
love
is,
the sassy grandma?
it is now to Andorin.
What does the blood-sucking asshole do?
He's literally a blood-sucking politician.
He is going to turn to
Worst
Dariana.
kind.
He's going to turn to Dariana, see that she's preparing a spell, and I think not, and is going to charge her.
Hey,
Shit.
Just
And-
Bellevue's freaking quote. Just I think not.
Alright, so that definitely hits. He is attacking with his cane sword thingy. The Bloodstone cane.
wouldn't survive. I won't even bother asking how much he hit for.
58 before her armor. So that makes it to 56.
Oh no.
Jesus!
So he comes in and brings his blade across, and it carves this deep gouge across Dariana's chest. She lets out a gasp and needs to make an opposed force check to avoid being knocked back.
Oh, please don't be knocked back. That's gonna cancel the spell.
Does Dariana have a limit break by chance?
She does not have a limit break. No. That said, she does have a total of 5 destiny.
Yes, please.
So
put
she
some
is going.
extra
So
rolls
she's
into
going.
it.
So she's going to expend 2 of those to add 2d6 to her roll.
Yes, please.
Yes.
He was
So,
attached to the freaking wood.
so she got in total with that an 18.
What did he get?
I need to roll that.
We must save the witch, because the other guy is a bitch.
Nice one, Tom.
He got a 15. He failed.
I would high five you for
Okay.
that.
No knockback, so the spell does go off.
Yeah, the spell will go off at the start of Dariana's next turn. So either way, that is Anderin's
I
turn.
can't see the next dice.
Incoming!
Yep. Party's turn begins. Avela, your slow action resolves, and you come back down with your dive. Accuracy check.
6,
Always
7,
do this.
Crit.
8, 9, 10.
10. That'll hit.
Not a natural 10, unfortunately. Alright,
If you
so
fail a please roll that snake.
25 points of damage.
All right.
And I'm just gonna go. And hold on, just be within a. Yeah, she's in within a short range, so I'm going to chuck my last potion to Dariana
All right.
instead of movement. So 25% to her.
That's 23 points back to Dariana.
And then I'm gonna hit him again.
Jesus.
All right. Accuracy check.
I can't wait.
Ah,
you were just
close to a level,
spamming
very
the
close. Sorry, close to a critical hit, but not quite as one off, but I do hit.
All right. Damage.
26.
26. All right. So you come in with your spear, crunch the ground behind him, kicking up debris and shrapnel that showers him from behind, causing him to spin to face you. As he's turning, you toss a potion to Dariana over his back, and then quickly, strike him with, the pole arm part of your spear, because you're a bit too close for the blade, and crack him across the jaw, and you hear the satisfying noise from the blow. He sort of staggers off to one side before turning back and cracking his jaw back into place.
Come on, pretty boy. Let's show you into the twilight.
Well, he's going to use a destiny action in response to that.
Tom!
Kill me.
That's available.
So he's using a destiny action in response to that, and absolutely got a hit, because that was a 15 in total. Well, not a 15. 4, 8 plus 5. 8 plus 5. Still a lot.
13.
So much for clearing the way, everyone.
13.
Hitting me, is he?
Yep.
He takes 10 damage immediately.
Okay.
Unmitigated.
All right.
Poke, stab.
All right, so let's see here.
Oh dear.
Minus your armor. That'll be 36
Freaking
damage to Avela.
Alright.
As he comes in to try and bite at you and manages to get real close to your neck with his teeth, sort of sinking into your shoulder, and actually his teeth pierce through your armor and dig into you. But you do notice that he kind of skewers himself a bit on a couple of the spikes in your armor as he's getting in before pulling back with this spray of blood.
As she does it, she goes, "Guys, don't worry about me. Help Dariana." And you might notice a couple of glyphs around her spear starting to shine a bit.
Yeah, you want to do Lindenberg next round.
No, well, I do, but I have a contingency if he hits me again. It's fine.
Okay.
Contingency.
I just say, if you all can, clear the way. I was going to use Shockwave.
Well, Dariana can't move. It's not her turn.
I can't
So-
as well because I healed Dariana. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, let's hold off on the shockwave for right now.
Shockwave is generally better
Yeah,
against
buddy.
groups of enemies anyway.
True. Alright. Coming in. Melee fighters coming in. One die!
Ducky Kyle with emphasis on pie.
And as a quick reminder, Ixavan, you do have the option to counterattack Anderin's attacks up to 2 times per combat.
Alright.
Just as a reminder that is a thing you can do. All right, 11
Which I
hits.
probably would be doing that.
That is the lowest amount of damage. I hate you dice.
It's still decent damage.
Wasn't on yet.
Yeah.
We literally have him cornered.
As you charge in, give your scythe a little spin and bring the blade up across his back after he turned to his side is after he turned to evade, like.
We have you surrounded, at least at this side.
Alright. Punch him, Birdman, and actually hit him this time.
I try.
Use your fist.
I'm using my fists of fury.
So you rolled a 7 plus your accuracy.
Just hit.
Just hits.
Make sure you bring the sword.
So you
Yes!
so you just hit and you get a combo point. Nice.
Kombata! Mazatov!
Damn it.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Uh,
before you
also
roll damage, roll
separate
1d6.
picks.
1d6
Yes, just
before
like
your
that.
damage.
Does he need to get on this?
Damn it!
He needs to hit a 6 to get an extra damage step.
I hate it as a 6. I always keep rolling a 4 or less.
It's fine. All right. Give me your damage output then. Regular damage steps.
Can't see what that other one is.
Let's see.
This is cartoon.
24.
24. All right.
Got it, baby.
So, it's not the most potent punch you've ever delivered, but you deliver a swift, clawed little jab into his side. All right, he's looking, starting to look a little rough, you guys.
Even though I have got a second ability, but I guess that doesn't count. And that makes it a property or something.
Anyway, it is to the ladies.
Tax to power.
Wait,
X
wait, hold on.
half
Didn't
level.
Shira have a burn ray charging?
No, I did swift cast on it because I was rushing to answer the phone for the
Right. Okay.
the-
right.
the
okay.
store.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Because God forbid work lets me enjoy my time off.
Right.
Okay. What you doing, Shira?
Okay, so I get that limit break you can't use unless it's 25% less for your HP.
Yeah,
What is
if you're-
abilities? Is that just destiny points?
The limit abilities, you would need to check the specific wording on those.
Okay.
But then, but so long as you meet the requirements on the specific wording on those, you can use them.
It's
what?
typically they're 2 destiny points and you can use whenever for the most
Well,
of
it
them.
depends on what they say. Hun, what was the limit ability you took?
Catastrophe. This is the
Oh.
Doomsday one.
So, I mean,
Doesn't that hurt you as well?
Would Doomsday
It's-
work on this guy?
It's gonna not do his HP to 0. It'll only take a certain amount of damage in 3 turns. That's at least what it says in the rule book. I don't know if Skajarma wants to look.
Let me double
over.
check. Let me double check the wording on Doomsday.
They think it was Doom, I'd imagine.
It would do your power times 8 or mind times 8, depending on which is better upon its resolution.
Is that shadow damage? Or can
It
that
would be
undead?
shadow damage, so
Oh,
you would
it's-
probably have to have Madeline on task to accommodate for that if you want to do that.
Oh, I could.
So, would the instant kill thing not work?
It would not. That would not work, but it would be a timed enormous output of damage, and you can just
But
do
he
it for no
does-
MP cost.
But he does heal from Shadow.
Hence why you would want Madeline on task
Oh.
to quickly chemical spill that as a just point of order.
Okay, yeah, never mind. I forgot the undead shadow. It's not gonna help. Never mind.
Honey, you face the exact same thing I used to feel in the last campaign, where everything was freaking
You were a Dark Knight fighting the God of Darkness. These things happen.
I know.
Alright, well, worth a try. Okay, never mind.
There's a reason Cecil had to change to Paladin.
Does not work on bosses. Never mind. Oh my goodness, this is annoying. Alright, well. Let me see. Can I... Dariana's gonna heal Kali, right? I'm assuming.
Yes.
Vela doesn't want to be healed.
Ow. Ow, ow, ow.
I'm going to give Dariana one of my potions.
All right. You want to use that
And
as your movement
know
action
what
or your
the
standard
normal
action?
My movement action, and then I will cast the burn ray for the next turn.
All right. That'll be 5 MP. Yep. That'll go off at the start of your next turn. Madeline, you're up.
Sorry, I have an eyelash in my eye.
Old ladies stick together. You're not dying yet.
I was about to say, what are you talking to?
No, that's not you. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know how old Madeline is. We never actually asked the age. I mean, how do you tell if a Moogle's old or not?
They're grumpy. That's how.
Okay, well, she is pretty grumpy. She just gives attitude to everyone.
An ex-mom's like
Sassy ass.
So yes.
We figure Avela's the youngest here.
Probably.
I would think, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Cotley's probably the second youngest.
Let's
Like
see.
20 something.
You know what? Let's try a chemical spill.
Okay.
Since there was like a lot of suggestions for chemical spill.
That was before Chira decided not to do Doomsday.
I mean, she can still do it if she wants, but I wouldn't suggest for me.
I mean, it's gonna take 3 turns for that to go off anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would take 3 turns and then poof, a lot of damage. It's a ticking time bomb, essentially.
This guy's got a knockback attack, so would that even stop it?
That wouldn't stop it. Once the spell is cast, that's when the timer goes off, but Chira would not need to maintain concentration. Remember how the fight against Anima went.
True.
Anima opened with Doomsday and then just did everything fucking else.
Because that's the thing, I could cast Doomsday and then Madeline would have to do the chemical thing, like maybe the turn before it goes off, and it
Well, technically, chemical spill would keep his shadow resistance gone until he's actually hit with something that does shadow. So she can hit him right now with the chemical spill and get rid of his shadow immunity, and then it wouldn't wear off until you actually hit him with Doomsday.
That could work, and the rest of us use Shadow.
Good.
Do we want to roll back your action there, Chira, and try it?
I mean, did Chira move?
Chira used a potion on Dariana, but then used standard action to start casting Burn Ray. I'm pretty sure it's just a standard action to do the Doomsday thing with this limit ability. Let me double check. Catastrophe. The Time Mage may now cast the Doomsday spell for no associated MP cost since using Catastrophe. Okay, so it is still a slow action, but it wouldn't cost any MP to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to swap out Burn Ray for Doomsday and get back that 5 MP, or you want to stick with Burn Ray for now?
You know what, fuck it, just do Catastrophe, we'll just go with that.
All right, so
Freaking, I'm only the last boss, might as well go out with a bang.
So Chira,
I ain't folks
Chira, seeing how much trouble this guy is giving all of you, you kind of spread your stance a bit, lift up your staff, strike it into the ground pommel first, and as you do, the crystal ball in it lights up with this dark purpley glow. And all around the chamber, little dark purple particles flickering and shining brightly are starting to rise up in the air. And the crimson mist that Andurin brought with him is starting to shift from crimson to purple. And you all feel this tangible, tingling sensation in the air. And even Andurin's expression goes from, like, strained confidence to a look of mild alarm as he realizes what spell is about to go off.
I mean, what's he scared of? He doesn't get hurt by shadow.
Well,
But he's doing the logic in his head, like, they would not use that if they didn't have a plan to make it actually work. Oh dear.
Oh dear. All right, Madeline.
Now it is to Madeline.
Needs to roll that force check. We need for it to work.
I mean,
So roll 2d6 and the force.
2d6 and add your force. You're probably going to
Sorry, she
need
didn't-
Destiny to break his.
I mean, if she doesn't get it this turn, she could do it next turn as well. She
Okay,
still
so-
has like 3 turns.
Yeah, you have 3 turns to succeed on this. So he got a total of 15 on his.
You have 3 destiny points. Feel free to add them because every single one you use is an extra d6 dice roll.
Might as well use a destiny point.
You can add multiple if you want to.
Okay.
got this.
Dice do you want?
Okay, and then force, right?
Yeah, plus your force.
Yep.
You get 15, so maybe 2 or really 3 if you are kind of desperate to hit this one.
Roll your
I'd
base
probably
2d6. Roll your base 2d6 first, just so we can check for critical successes.
2d6 plus the force, right?
Yeah. And
Yes.
if it doesn't succeed, you can add more destiny if you like. Oof.
And what did he get again?
He got a 15.
15.
Alright, so I'd probably add 2d6 to that.
2d6, so you need a 7, so that's a 3 and a 4, so that's still a fairly high roll for 2d6. If you really want to be sure, you could add 3, unless you want to use the extra destiny for something else later.
That dice hate me so bad.
It does seem to be that way, don't it? I don't know what the deal is.
I feel bad. I do feel bad. I don't want her to waste her destiny just because of me.
Well, I mean, hun, if this attack hits, it might just kill him.
Uh-huh.
We're not going to be using them past this boss fight. This is the end.
Correct.
Just
So,
maybe use all
Alright.
3 destiny. Just go for it.
if you want to,
I'm
Ari.
going for it.
Alright, 3d6. Roll it.
Okay, 3d6, okay.
Come on, you got this.
Just
Just
3d6, right?
3d6. Yeah,
Just 3d6.
You need at least. Yeah, you got it.
Nice!
Okay.
Total of 20. All right,
Yay.
so, Madeline, as you see these chemicals rising up into the air, and you see this look of alarm coming across Anderin's face, you briefly lock eyes with Chira. There's this little moment of silent communication, and you quickly reach into your pouch, pull out this little vial with the sort of a silvery liquid, lift up into the air, and toss it hard as you can. It flies down and shatters across Anderin's form, and you hear this sizzling noise from him as it sets into his clothes and his skin. Damn it! He's very clearly alarmed now, and now has a motivation to finish this fight quickly.
No. No.
I don't know why you say that.
Because he knows in 3 turns, Doomsday is going to go off, and he has now a vulnerability to Shadow.
Yeah, he's gonna take 50% extra damage to that when it goes off.
To be fair, question: does Doomsday, if Jiro goes down, does Doomsday vanish with?
No.
I ruled that for the Anima fight on the grounds that gave you guys an incentive to put your everything into taking Anima out quickly, but here, no.
Well, to be fair, when Anima did it, it wasn't so much a single cast of Doom on a person; it was a mass pulse that killed half the school.
Yeah. The way this will work is, like, if Chira is killed, then Doomsday will be canceled. But if Chira's just knocked unconscious, it will persist. So if he knocks Chira unconscious and then successfully gets off a kill action, then Doomsday will be canceled. But otherwise, it'll go off normally.
Okay.
So do not let Grandma die.
All right.
Did I
She's
pretty
willing
much
to
Yep.
accept death.
Now it is to Dariana, and she gets to give HP back to Callie.
Yes.
So the other one's pretty much like Ultra Doomsday back in the old campaign.
32 HP back to Callie. And then Dariana, seeing what Chira is trying to do with the Doomsday spell, is going to... Well, first she's going to... She's gonna step back a bit. Get some room. And then she is going to expend 4 MP and begin a cast of Stop.
Oh!
Yes.
That'll go off at the start of her next turn. Actually, no, she's not going to move to do that. She's going to stay right there. Just crowd him in. So that if he wants to get to Chira, he has to go through Dariana.
Oh, I see.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Because right now,
he's completely boxed in by all of us.
yeah. So,
Welcome to the box of pain.
indeed. So,
It's his turn now.
it is.
How
And he is going to see what's going on with Chira. See these spells going. It's like, I think not. And he's gonna take a step towards Chira, but Dariana's in his way. Be gone! And he's gonna make an attack roll against Dariana with his cane.
Oh.
Poke him to death. Poke him.
So he hits.
Oh,
What did he roll just for sake of?
don't
he,
jinx it.
he rolled like a 2 and a 3 plus 4.
Two,
Ooh.
so 5, 6, 7, 8. If that was Carly, I could have done something about that, but no, not for
All
Dariana.
right, so and then his damage output on that, he lifts his blade up, gives it another horizontal, and gets Dariana across the chest, and it's a much deeper cut than last time. And Dariana just lets out this, and topples unconscious. She is KO'd. She is out.
So, time to play Pass the Parcel. Get her out of here.
Okay. So, okay, don't let him get a killing blow, but that's a slow action.
And then he is going to use his movement action to advance on Chira, and that will end his turn. He's back to the
Right.
party. Slow actions go off. Chira, your cast of Doomsday begins in earnest. So, the purple particles that have risen into the air let out this little shimmer and solidify, and you start to see gathering energy swirling all around the room, forming these large purple spikes of raw magic that are slowly starting to coalesce and form, with this gradually building hum of energy.
Vela, seeing him cast Dariana a slide walk to a Chira, is like, I don't think so. And a green glow shoots down her Morbolg. It spreads into her more draconic features, and then she activates Siphon Dive. She is using her limit break.
All right.
Cost
All
him
three.
3 destiny.
Yeah, that's all 3 of my destiny points are gone. She jumps into the air, shoots down. I don't need to roll to hit this, it just happens.
Yep.
2 extra damage steps. So that's 54 points of damage, and I get half of that back.
All right.
So 54 points of damage, so that's 27 hit points back to me.
Yep, so you regain 27 hit points. The rest of you watch as Avela's spear lights up green. She jumps up into the air like a lightning bolt and comes back down, hitting Andrin ridiculously hard with a mighty just kick up of wind and energy. And some of that light flows back into Avela, and you see the worst of her wounds starting to stitch shut. Okay, so that was your standard action. You still have a movement action, Dragon Lady.
I do. Is there any chance I can wedge myself between Kira and this guy?
It would require a force check, but you can attempt it.
God.
His force is ridiculously high, so...
I mean, I'll try it. I might as well. I'm not going to go anywhere else.
Oh! He got a crit
What?
fail.
Fuck you!
So I still need you to roll too. But so long as you don't roll a crit fail yourself, you'll get him.
Hey, guess what?
Come
I
on,
didn't
Tom,
I rolled a
believe in ya.
14.
All right. So because he rolled a crit fail, I'll let you knock him in any direction to short range.
Give it to me. I smack him.
Give him
Well,
to us.
I want him. Okay, so
Give him
short range.
hell.
So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to pass him over to Dariana.
Or to Kali, you
No,
mean?
Dariana.
Sorry, Carly. Sorry, I'm getting her away from Dariana,
Alright.
and I'm going to stand between them.
All right, so after the diving land, you then quickly turn around, bring like the butt of your spear into like his belly, and with this sort of, and almost like you're turning the big like mast wheel on a ship, you just rotate him around and then strike the shaft of your spear into his face and send him staggering back over towards Kali. Ah!
Hello, Mayor Suck.
Dinner, weird fire snake thing.
Well, unfortunately, I can't use Bloodstock again. Damn. But I will cut him.
10 hits, roll damage.
None shall
Also, I'm going to go
pass.
ahead and just put a 3 timer on Chira for the Doomsday timer.
54.
54, that becomes 50
I'm going to
damage.
block him and him after his turn.
All right. Accuracy check. As a
Maybe
rem-
Ixalan should go there just so he can't go to Dariana either.
That's a good point.
And as a reminder, you can use an instant action to use Boost, which will increase your accuracy and avoidance by 1 for the remainder of the fight by spending the combo point you already have if you want a higher chance of hitting him.
Okay, there we go.
Actually, could someone try to help her up or so if they can?
She's unconscious, and you don't have any Phoenix Downs. Dariana's out.
We don't have any Phoenix Downs.
We have a
can-
fishing rod.
Oh,
The question is, if we win this fight, would she be alive still or dead?
She'll be
She's
alive. She's
unconscious.
just KO'd.
So how we're making fun of the fishing rod when it actually was helpful.
Yes. Don't listen to the Birdman. He's just
I-
salty.
I could have left you in that pit to burn.
I can jump.
Not you, the bird. The bird. who made the fishing rod joke? I'm confused.
I did.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, Tom, sorry.
Yeah, I didn't say anything
Sorry.
about it.
But either way, still, point
That's
stands. Ixalan, do you want to use Boost to increase your accuracy and avoidance for this fight? It's
I
an
would
ins-
love that. Yes.
Yeah,
please,
okay, so you
please,
spend your
yes.
1 combo point. Your accuracy and avoidance are now boosted by 1 for the remainder of the encounter, and as a heads up, that stacks. You can do that as long as you have chain points to spend on it. So your avoidance is now 7, and your accuracy is now 3.
Yes.
Okay.
here we go.
Punchy, punchy.
All right,
Punchy,
2d6 and
punchy.
add 3.
Oh my fucking god.
Punchy, punchy. Waka waka.
Smacky wacky.
I've got a lovely bunch of Dragon Balls. I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
You're right.
Ah!
That is
That's a 1 and a 2.
that is unfortunate.
A
Is what
what?
that is.
That
No,
is
no.
unfortunate, that is.
That's a 6. So unfortunately, even though you sort of like center yourself for a moment, and there's this little blue glow around you as you go for a punch. Andrin sort of parries it with his wrist again. Ah!
What? Damn it.
Birdman, you're
Yeah,
not
not-
sneaky.
See, I'm not always lucky with the dice. It just happens.
Quite.
So
You can just hear.
Ixalan, can you adjust your positioning slightly, maybe to there?
I did.
Keep him from... I think Chira is the more pressing matter he wants to attend to. Considering
Yes,
he's
but-
the one gonna do the great big old...
If he's there, he can block him from both. If he can't go for Chira, he might go for Dariana.
Well, if I'm there, he could just slip through the gap here. I would have thought.
Well,
I think we've got him pretty much blocked off.
He can go up this way, but we have a Moogle that has yet to move.
Yes. Say
I
Hans,
can
Doomsday
just
already
see
went
the
on.
mo- And also, Birdman, you can just hear the Moogle just going like, "Wow, such a good shot!"
So,
Madeline, could you maybe come help us box this guy in? Thank you, Kupo.
Goodbye.
Oh my
Coop.
gosh. Oh my gosh. Wait, whose turn was it?
Actually, no, Hun still has an action this turn, doesn't she?
She
Chira's
still has an
got an
action and a
action.
movement action. So if Chira just wants to fucking leg it, Chira can.
Probably for the best. Because I feel like I'm target 1 here.
Well, considering you're going to be doing probably the most damage at this fight with that spell, considering that's a superior black magic spell that she can just have at this level, which is ridiculous.
Old lady
Listen.
waddle in the opposite direction.
Listen, she might have forgotten a lot of stuff. She still remembers stuff.
I mean, question, why does Time Mage suddenly have access to that? Why would a Time Mage need Doomsday?
I don't know. Why does a white mage have access to stop?
Honey.
Yes.
Time ends at some point in someone's life.
And is there Doomsday?
Everyone's time comes to an end sooner
Comes
or
to an
later.
end. Yes, that's exactly how Chira would see it. Alright, I'm going to move, but before I do that, I'm going to give Avela one of my potions. I only have one left.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Don't die.
26
Say my
HP
bad.
back to Avela.
But I do still have this. You notice her spear is still has glowing glyphs on it.
Oh,
So
you get more
if-
HP. Okay.
So,
Oh, but
question, can he... That big AoE attack he did that destroyed the bridge, he can't do that more than once, right?
I mean,
We'll find out.
he can. I'm choosing not to have him do it again because I want this to be a fight and not a slaughter.
Yes, thank you.
How far can I move?
A movement
Yes,
act,
one
a single
medium.
medium range. If it adds up to 1.0 medium range, that's how far you can move.
Okay, so
I mean, if you can do that, then like bosses in Final Fantasy XIV can just spam their raid wides constantly.
Yeah.
True.
so one medium. Okay, so I get it.
Yeah, one medium range. Huh?
Alright, just gonna move. Okay, is here fine?
Yeah, that's half a medium range.
Okay.
All right. I believe that just leaves Madeline.
Yep.
Oh, yay. Time to get tortured by the damn dice again.
Love the idea
Come
of
on.
just everyone just getting in the way of this guy so they don't get to the old grandma.
Well, they want Doomsday to work.
I know, it's just
Get down, Madam President.
We just want to kill the fucking damn thing. Oh my god.
Watch
I just want to
Avela
kill
just
the
like,
damn thing.
watch Avela just like freaking tackle Chira away from an attack. Just like, get down, Mama!
because I thought you wanted to move over here or something. Yeah. What's wrong?
Nothing, it's just like you're getting hurt.
I mean, you're fine. Your health is full.
No, an IRL, stupid.
Alright.
I know. I'm just saying in the game.
Go on.
Shitting.
There is no real life, there is only the pie.
There's only pie.
Well, it is a slice of life.
Kill off.
Only pie and my
Close the
gun
door,
removal
please.
power.
You gonna shoot him?
I think someone's talking.
Okay.
I asked her to close the door. She didn't close the door, so I have to close the door myself. Damn it.
Alright.
Okay, you know what? Let's go for shoot. Let's just shoot the damn thing. I don't give a fuck. I'm begging, dice. Please be nice to me.
I mean, what's your... I don't know if you got a... What's your limit break?
Well, she
That'll-
can't
not
use
really
it. She
break.
used up all her
I mean-
destiny for chemical spill.
Yeah.
So unless she's at 25%, she gets a crit and she can't use it.
I meant her limited ability, not limit break. Why are the names so similar?
Yes, yeah,
bonfire
Madeline's limit ability is Soul of Tomasa, which doesn't work in a combat situation because that relies on synthesis.
Let's just shoot the damn thing. I don't give a flying fuck no more.
Open fire.
Open fire.
And also mostly because my freaking mom is here and they're loud as fuck.
It's okay.
Okay, and accuracy, right?
Yes.
Yep.
But it is
Plus
freaking
2.
time to kill myself.
No. Which I would have thought some.
What?
Oof.
Mm,
Just
wow.
misses. Just misses. I'm sorry.
Which I would have thought ranged weapons would have at least a boost to the accuracy.
No,
Well,
ranged
that
weapons
depends
just
on
have
the
the benefit
job.
of being able to shoot from a distance, even a long
It
range.
depends on the job. I feel engineers more for like.
Yeah, engineer.
Yeah.
Engineer is less focused on being a direct combatant and more about augmenting their allies. Upon which note, I will remind you about. I will remind you about the invent ability that engineer has.
Alright.
As a standard action, you can grant 2 bonus weapon properties to any weapon or piece of armor an ally currently has equipped. The first one of these properties must be explosive, and the second may be any of the following: Alchemist, Auto Flight, Auto Protect, Auto Shell, Element Enhancer, Element Strike, Element Ward, Skill Bonus, Engineer's Choice, Therapeutic, SOS Invisible, Glowing, and with very explicit permission on a case-by-case basis, Special Ability. You can only grant the bonus.
Therapeutic.
Yeah.
You give people alchemist?
Yeah, and hold on, you can only
Yeah.
grant bonuses to one piece of equipment at a time, and the effects have a 25% chance to end at the end of said ally's turn. Each weapon property other than explosive may only be applied may only be applied one time per game session, meaning you can only grant a +2 bonus to a roll via skill bonus once, not once for every different type of skill. This might be very bad news for the individual using his newly converted auto-flight equipment to soar through the clouds, or when an ally's cloaking device starts fizzling right as they start sneaking through enemy lines. So, you could use that to just make your allies function better if you so wished.
What's explosive do?
Explosive. Let's see here. Universal property list. Explosive. Let's see here. If the item is destroyed, or in the case of a consumable item thrown, it'll deal the user's power plus times weapon tier plus 2d6 points of fire or non-elemental damage in a local area. So if your weapon is destroyed, then it would, blow the fuck up. But that's only if it gets blown, destroyed, broken by an enemy ability. Which I don't typically lean into very much, so.
Still. Dariana can't take her turn now because she is on the ground.
Indeed, but Madeline could theoretically grant buffs to any one ally she wants based on that list. And I believe I gave Ari, I gave you a handout that covers the various things you can apply. Yeah, I gave you the invention properties handout, so you can check that whenever you like to see the cool shit you can do.
It's muted, by the way.
Yeah, sorry.
Therapeutic would be amazing.
Did you say that's a standard action?
Yeah, it's a standard action to apply it.
She already shot this turn.
Yeah, but come next turn, that is a thing you can do.
So just a thing, therapeutic, anytime somebody deals damage to him, the player with the lowest current HP value regains 20% of their max HP. So basically every time somebody hits, somebody, the lowest in the party, gets healed.
Indeed.
Anyway.
That's awesome.
So I believe that's everyone.
Yes.
Dariana can't do shit. She is unconscious, so it is to the vampire man.
There we go.
And what is he going to do?
Well, he's getting sick and tired of people crowding him.
Oh boy.
Oh god.
And the Moogle is the most recent to flit in front of him and keeps trying to shoot him with a fucking gun.
With a gun. With a
The
gun.
Moogle with a gun, Moogle with a gun, Moogle with a Moogle with a gun, Moogle with a gun. But at the same time, Callie's the one doing the most consistent damage. So, he is going to roll 1d6. On a 1 through 3, he attacks Madeline in an attempt to just cut through her to get at Shira. On a 4 through 6, he stays where he is to try and take out Callie. 3, he's trying to get through Madeline.
Oh no.
Damn.
Alright, so your avoidance is 6, so yeah, he hits you. He rolled a 9 total.
Ah!
Okay, so that will be 53 points of damage to you after armor calculations, Madeline. As after he blocks his most recent bullet, he gives his cane a little twirl and sort of gets you in the gut with it. A deep stab as far as Moogles are concerned, but you're still up and conscious as he pulls the blade out, and there's this little geyser of red. And then he is going to use his movement action following that to sort of body past you and come over here. There's nothing preventing him from doing that. So, all right. It is
Back here.
to the party. I just love how I immediately just see a line of arrows.
Is there enough space for me to just body myself between them?
Again, that would require a force check.
I'll try.
All right, roll it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try myself actually.
Oh,
This poor old woman.
All right,
Although
so
if I do
so,
that, would I still
13.
be able to attack?
I'll count it as part of your movement action as long as you still have enough room to get in there. So he rolled a 13, so one of you has to roll higher than that to body him.
I rolled a 13. Is
So,
Oh,
okay, so
I'm back. I'm sorry.
that a reroll?
You got hit.
Yeah, fuck. That's a reroll. Rollies. Just roll flat 2d6. Whoever rolls higher succeeds. That there, Avela.
Well, first let's see what Ixalan gets. He might get higher.
Okay. Darkness.
okay.
What did I miss?
2d6. Add your force.
You got stabbed.
Me? Oh god.
Yeah, you got stabbed and then Andorin bodied past you.
Lost one dice. Try that again.
Oh, we need to roll higher than a 13.
Alright.
We all need to roll higher, or
Well,
No,
just
it's
these
just-
Just
push you
Ixalan or Avela.
They're
push you
trying
forward
to
to stop.
they're trying to get between the boss and me so I don't get killed.
5 and
Yes!
a 4 plus 1.
Yes!
Oh no.
9. What's your plus? Need a 4. Well,
Oh, I've got more than a 4. It's force, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a fucking bonus 5. That's fucking 14.
5, that's 14.
So yeah, Ixalan wins.
Okay. Yeah. So, Ixalan, you quickly move in with Avela. You almost get in, but Anna kind of holding you at bay, but then Ixalan capitalizes on that moment of struggle. And while it doesn't do any damage, you basically, like, do a brain duster punch on top of Andorin's head, stunning him just long enough to bodily shove yourself in between.
And Avela is plucking herself back. There's Madeline.
oh my.
Madeline, build a space. I'm a poke him.
Or not
I'll
minus
poke
2,
him.
just 2.
No.
Do I need to move her?
Yeah, let's surround him again. We've got to keep her away. Wait,
79.
Quick,
Wow,
fast.
I love almost dying.
That's a 9 to hit.
That just hits.
You can still shoot from there. That's good.
I mean, Madeline, if Avela was pointing there, because if you go there, then he's
Pin him
locked in. Otherwise, he can go like that.
Yeah, we have to stop him.
Right here?
So right
A little
about there,
bit
yeah.
more. There you go.
Yeah. No, Kupo, no.
Come back.
Anyway.
Go.
Does 9 hit, or is it 10?
9 just hits.
Okay.
That is his avoidance.
Right here?
Yeah, that's fine, Madeline.
That's
That right
fine.
there
That's
is
fine.
27.
27. 27. Nice.
I get this is music.
All right, so you give him a little jab with your spear.
By the way, how's he looking?
He's looking pretty rough. He's still in the triple digits, but he's getting fairly low. You definitely have him well under half.
Okay.
Yeah, so as soon as this goes off, this'll.
Yeah, Doomsday might just kill him because it does like.
Let's
Yeah, we keep whittling him down. He should die.
Does anyone have potions left?
I have a few.
I have a few.
Okay.
I've got 2 of them.
So does Madeline want to use invent or augment or whatever on anyone?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's do invent, right?
Yep, you should have a handout that tells you all the different properties you can add. One of them must be explosive, but then you can pick whichever one you like to go with it.
Does it override a current attribute?
No, it's just added on as a temporary bonus and has a 25% chance of fading away at the end of that character's turn. But it's persistent, it sticks.
Did you say attribute bonus was one?
Skill bonus, not attribute bonus.
Ah, okay.
No.
You could do something along the lines of, like, auto protect. You could use
I got
alchemist to make
protect.
healing items more effective for whoever has that
Therapeutic.
property.
By the way, how does it work if I go for the protect? Does it cost me a turn or not?
Well, we're dealing with Madeline right now. Get to
Oh, I
you.
was just asking a question because I know
Well, what's the
seat's been
question?
used. Like, you know, if I decide to use my one, would that use up my turn?
What one?
The
I got
spear, the protect sphere.
Oh, the
The
protect
protect
sphere? Yeah, your protect sphere would be a standard action to use.
I thought as much. That's all I wanted to know.
Hmm. I'm trying to think so much, like, what should I use? I'm reading it, like, in my... I'm debating on explosions or auto protect.
You got explosions.
Well, it's got
Yeah,
that
explosive is automatic. That one just comes no matter what. It's just one other you pick with it.
Yeah, I want to do auto protect because I love protecting friends.
All right, who do you want to put it on?
Let's see.
Hero might be a good option.
What?
Protect on Shira might be a good option.
Help the grandma.
Yeah, since Chira's the one you're all trying to keep alive right now.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Do you want to put that on weapon or armor?
Armor?
Alright. So, Chira. And Madeline. Madeline, you sort of pull out a little device from the pouch you have at your side. Like this, the best way to describe it is it's like a box with a disc launcher in it. You point said launcher towards Chira, fire it off, and like these like 6 different little discs shoot out of it in rapid succession and form a sort of diamond shape in the air around Chira. Blue glowing lines of light form around them, connecting them like a big D8, before the faces of the shape fill in with hexagonal blue panels. Fades from view invisibly and the discs dissolve. Chira now has the benefits of protect.
Nice.
Thank you.
So now if you
You're
take
welcome.
physical damage, it will be reduced in half after armor calculations.
This guy's been doing a lot of physical damage, hasn't he? With
Yeah.
his cane.
Yep.
You're welcome.
All right, so that's Madeline's turn. Avela's already gone. Ixavan used his movement action to body in there, but he still has a standard action. Pretty sure Callie still has a
Yep.
standard action, and Chira has yet to do anything.
So that's 2 more turns for Doomsday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember, Ixalan also has a protect orb, so he can cast protect on someone else.
But that would cost a standard
Can I
action
do
to
that?
do, but he can.
Oh, well, that would affect me. Can I actually affect it to someone else?
Yeah,
It just lets you
cast
cast
it.
the spell a single time as a standard action with the rules otherwise as written. So you could cast Protect on anyone here except Shira because she's already protected.
Yeah, because I can't double it.
Yeah,
That's
no, you
not a
cannot.
thing. Sorry, Hades, but I figured that won't work.
I just figured it might be something to think about, considering
no.
our main tactic right now is just walling him until he dies.
I mean, as a point of order, Callie also does have Arcane Crest right now. That is still there.
So yeah,
But anyways, as much as I really badly want to punch the vampire, I think it's time to return a favor. Hey, Madeline, want some protect?
What?
Throw the orb at you. You're gonna get
All right.
protect.
So Ixavan, you lift up the sphere, sort of crunch it in your fingers, and a blue magic dome erects itself around Madeline. Madeline, you are protected.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, that is Ixavan's turn, and that protect will last for 4 rounds instead of having a 25% chance of ending every action.
all right. Slicey slice time.
I can take it.
10 hits.
Yeah, wait a minute. Hmm.
Huh?
That's two more turns for Doomsday, right?
Yeah.
This turn, next turn.
There's one thing I could try.
Oh.
What if I put him to sleep?
Oh?
If you can, that would be handy. You will have to. He will result in a, against that. But you can
You
try.
have Destiny.
It would also be a slow action, but you can try it.
Let's say, yeah, I don't have an arcane weapon, so it'll be a slow action. It'll go off next turn, and if it works, puts him to sleep so he can't stop Chira's deal.
Because
What's
the
your
way I
Destiny
see
to
it,
throw
you
out
either
if
hit
he
him,
goes?
put him to sleep, or heal up
And
Madeline.
And I do have Destiny to increase, so...
Hmm.
Yeah, you know what? Screw the attack. I'm gonna use sleep.
All right, what's the MP cost on that?
5.
All right. So you give your scythe a little spin in the air and plant the butt of it into the ground, cracking the stone a bit, and gray mist starts to fill the air around you as if bleeding out of invisible cuts in the fabric of reality around you, gathering around the blade. That'll go off at the start of your next turn. I believe that's everyone, except Chira. Chira's yet to do anything.
Run!
Run away.
Yep. Run as fast as you can out of the range of his hits. Which would
Just like full
be-
dash.
Yeah. Full dash over. Hang on. Perhaps over.
We're making the old lady just run.
You're getting a workout in there, old lady.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like you could,
Okay.
like if you were to use your
Or
whole
even
turn,
over
you could
there.
probably run way all the way over here. You could run to
Yeah,
the,
that'd be
like-
better. That
Okay.
would be better.
How
Just
far?
one over there.
I was zooming out of the map.
If you were to use your entire turn, you could run an entire 2 medium ranges to get like all the way over here, but it would take your entire turn to do that. Movement and standard action. It's an option if you want to try it.
Or do you want to go halfway and hit him with a spell while we basically keep him in the box?
No, I want to stay away from this fucker. He's
So,
gonna kill
double
me.
dash. Double dash.
He wants to
Go,
kill
go,
you.
go.
He's already,
I-
killed- he's already knocked out one old lady.
Let's say, yeah, look what he did to my friend.
Yeah. All right.
Run,
Okay.
run, run.
Dash.
Over there.
All right. Full double dash.
One, wise one, one.
Okay.
Just like in the movie.
All right. Now then, with that, Chira, I do need you. Now, Chira, I do need you to roll me 1d4, please. On a 1,
yeah.
on a 1, the
1d4?
benefits of on a 1d4, and on a 1, the benefits of protect and the detriments of explosive will dissipate.
And the answer
Okay.
is
Oh,
No!
unfortunate, but you know
Curse you,
that
AI.
that's just how that works, unfortunately. So, as you're running, unfortunately, the barriers sort of fizzle and fade, not quite able to keep up with your rapid movement. They fizzle out. All right.
No. Oh
All right.
no.
Okay, that's everyone. Dariana's unconscious. She can't do anything. It is now to Andorin, who is going to see that Kali is preparing some manner of spell. And being boxed in, he's not much going to care for that, so he is going to... he is going to attempt the knockback attack. So, accuracy check against Kali. No, that's outside the box. Kali, your avoidance is 7. He only just hits you. He rolled a 7.
No, he doesn't, because if he rolls a 7, then I use evasion. Basically, as he's moving to attack, I just pull a face.
You just pull a face.
I just put my tongue out at him, like, pull my eyelid down. Nah.
He is mildly distracted, and as a result, Kali, you're able to sort of like block the worst of the attack as it's coming in. Okay, so so, and because he's just kind of stuck here, he used his standard action to try and interrupt Kali, but he still has a movement action, so he's going to attempt to use that to try and move out of this group here, and that will require a force check from him.
Where's he going?
He's going to try and body past Avela and Madeline. So,
Alright.
So Avela, Madeline, force checks for me, please.
Come on. Keep him in.
Okay.
Not good. Not good. 7. Only a 7. I rolled a 3.
Oof.
So
Points to add to that, or I would.
Just gonna box him in again, aren't we?
2d6 or something, right?
2d6, add your force.
All right, which is
Down to the tiny Moogle.
Kick him in the face.
The book him in the face.
Good.
He rolled a 17, so I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
No. No.
So, Avela and Madeline, you both get bodily shoved aside, floating back a full short range as Andorin proceeds to keep moving, and he moves a full medium range and comes to about there.
After him.
Come back here.
Yep, back to the party. Another tick off on the Doomsday. That'll go off at the
Next turn.
Yep, at the start of your next turn.
Sleep.
No.
Oh yeah, sleep.
Sleep.
Okay. Finesse roll, please, from you, Kali.
Finesse.
It's magic.
That's all of the destiny. Different thing.
Alright,
Leave
let's
you
just
gits.
see how it goes without Destiny first.
Yes, if it doesn't, I'm gonna push in front of him again and block him.
Roll
I
it.
can get in front of him now. Done.
Alright, I rolled. He got a total of 15.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm going to.
Full investment.
You know what?
On me.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm determined at this point.
Good.
Go sleep, go sleep, go sleep. Shush, shush.
18.
Okay. So, as Andorin is charging forward, blade poised to strike at Chira, Avela sort of get right in his way, block him for a second, and then more of these sort of cuts and little slices in the fabric of reality form around Andorin. Gray mist comes out, and it's like, what is... As one of the, like, tendrils of gray mist, like, wraps around his face like a tentacle of sorts, smothering him for a second before it just sort of slowly dissipates and he is slumping in place, unmoving. He is afflicted with sleep for 4 rounds.
Do not touch him.
Times like this, you wish you had
Yeah,
a
we're just
rope.
gonna wait till basically the big spell goes off and he's dead.
I was about to say, if you hit him, he will wake up. So Don't
We
die.
know. Don't
I'm-
worry.
Times
I
like
know
this,
what
you
he
really
says.
wish you had a rope.
All right. So,
And Golly can still move, right?
yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
That only consumed your slow action. You still have a full turn, movement and standard action.
I bet they're just gonna kneel down and just put her, invade his personal space, her face in front of his, just staring.
Well, since she, you know what? Since she still has her full action, I'm just gonna have her be in front of Chiro.
All right. Okay. Madeline, where are you parking yourself?
Hold on, give me a second. Because a lot of people were texting me to take me down. Yeah, I'll go for it.
All right.
Because I gotta protect the grandma.
All right.
He is sleep, so he cannot do nothing.
Yep. The
So I
one,
gotta protect
yep, one tick off.
I still gotta
on his
protect him.
sleep effect. And then it is back to the party and Chira.
One thing quickly. We could have always healed up last turn, but oh well.
Well, he can't. He's asleep right now.
Yeah.
No, I mean we could have healed up, but
Well, I know that. But
All right, so Doomsday goes off. Chira, I would like you to roll me your power times 8 plus 2d6, please.
Yes.
Get it, grandma!
And this is 50% extra because he has a weakness to Shadow now.
Yep, a vulnerability. I'll run the numbers for that.
Who's ready?
Hit it!
ready.
Do the thing!
And that's max damage!
Damn. Does it
Is he
do
dead?
Plus 50%. That is a total of 126 damage before magic armor, so 122.
Plus, does it take extra damage when he's asleep? or
No.
something?
No. He just doesn't get a chance to dodge anything. So, Chira, as your friends are sort of rallying around you, the Doomsday spell goes off. The purple spikes that have been gathering in the air, forming larger and larger and humming louder and louder with energy as this guy's been chasing you all over the room, finally finish materializing. There's this sort of sound as they suddenly all turn and rotate, swiveling to point their sharpest points directly at Andorin.
Who is just sleeping some.
Yep. Like, his eyes are just starting to crack open a little bit. And then, as dozens upon dozens of these crystalline spikes fly in and puncture him from all sides, you can hear him shouting from within as more and more purple light and dust is kicked up from the impacts. After a couple seconds, they finally finish coming in, and as the dust is clearing, he is still there, but damn did that fuck him up. He is
I was
in,
waiting for this to
In the double digits.
he is in the double digits for sure. He is really, really rough.
stab.
All right.
Stab, stab.
I was staring at it, facing. I was staring like no personal space, just waiting for him to open his eyes, then stab.
Like, you all kind of had to step back a little bit to avoid getting skewered yourselves, but yeah.
That's a 6 and a 5. Guess what that means?
Critical hit! Nice!
Oh, boy.
Yes.
Nice!
Oh,
Got a hit on him.
come on. 3, so that's 27 doubled. So 47, 54 points of damage.
Nice. That comes out to a total of 50. As like he's trying to like pull himself free of the purple mist, you jab your spear right up into his chest, and there's another spray of blood, and like he's like smoking, and you can see little wafts of shadow coming off of him as his form is having a hard time holding together. He's still alive, but barely.
The flavor
I
of this,
hit
it seems.
him for 11.
What?
Before we do, I say before we do that, shall we give this to the snake that really badly wants to eat him?
Yeah, I'm just gonna let. Actually, here's. Can we just have, since we're pretty much know he's pretty much dead, can we just have Ixaban and Callie do like, just
Teamwork
A team.
attack. You could do a teamwork attack.
Yeah. Can't we do a teamwork attack? Or
Yeah,
something?
yeah. So long as your accuracy rolls have a matching die, you can do that. And his armor score would only be subtracted from the damage output a single time because it counts as one attack. So, that is the benefit of teamwork attacks. They do more damage because enemy armor is only applied once.
Come on,
Okay,
you
what
just
is
need a
your-
6 or 3. You could do
Six or
it.
three. And I have reliable, so I can
Roll
reroll
a
if I need
yeah,
to.
you can re-roll a single die.
Which I'm going to do.
Okay.
Because, what?
Come on, come on, come on.
Two
Come on.
dice. Are you serious?
Wow.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, it lets you re-roll a. I'm pretty sure it lets you re-roll a single die,
Okay,
doesn't
no,
it?
excuse you. Why did you get me out of the rolls? 20. Why did you do that? I did not want you to do that. Fuck you. Hold on. I still have a point of destiny.
Yeah, but a single dice
Okay.
hit the wall.
Yeah, okay. And the reliable does let you re-roll the entire attack, not just a single die. That was my mistake. Jesus!
Oh.
I don't know.
Okay, just for the sake of it, can we just? Okay, no. I got a better idea.
Here we go.
I mean, here's the thing. Your 1 + 2 + 1 plus your accuracy of 5 would still come out to 9. So if you want to call Ixnay on the teamwork attack, I'll still let your attacks be individual hits.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest could we just do it. He's nearly dead. Come on, let's
I
have
mean,
this.
again, here's the idea. Just let Ixaban finish his health, and just for the killing blow, just let Kali do it.
If darkness is okay with that, usually I let whoever claims the final bit of HP do the killing blow. But if he wants to pass it to you, he can.
I mean, I was gonna say just let the team attack happen because he's nearly dead anyways. But okay.
I mean, come
know,
on,
the dice fell.
he's
Basically, I could imagine Exafan riding him, and then a big snake
Just
materializes. and
roll your
swallows
damage,
him.
Ixavan. Just roll your damage.
just roll your damage. Make it-
Well, first I need to roll a die.
I mean, I really don't think there's a point if he's this low, but okay.
You know, it's part of the thing. Doesn't go off anyways.
Didn't go. Anyways, roll that damage.
25.
Unless by some miracle he's still alive from this.
All right, how much damage, darkness?
25.
All right, so you deliver a powerful punch to his jaw. Ugh. He's still alive, but he's right on the edge.
Oh shit! That worked out.
Okay,
So now
Callie.
Kali-
Yep, roll your damage first, just so we have a number. $56. Callie, claim your victory.
Yay!
How much hit points did he have left after 21?
After that 21, he had 12.
So, seeing Ixaban just break his jaw and just seeing him like probably just slumped over and looking up at all of us, Kali is going to slowly walk around, grab him by the throat with her burnt arm, and lift him up to look right into her eye. You caused a lot of pain. It's only fair that you get that in return. Then using both hands to wrench his jaw open, has the snake literally behind her turn into just this small pillar of fire and go right down his throat.
Oof. Okay, so yeah. You wrench open his mouth like before Apopus rises up behind you. Second-hand shadows will always fall. And goes flowing into his throat. You can hear Andoran trying to scream for a split second before his voice instantly fails. His vocal cords incinerated and disintegrated. Flames burst out of his eyes, his nostrils, his ears, and you can see his entire body lighting up. You can see the glow of the flames from within. Before eventually in your hands, he just crumbles into ash and dust, pooling onto the floor beneath you. And that battle is over.
Oh.
Well, I think we need a new election.
There's like a collective sigh of relief from the people who are watching. It's like the entire, like all the prisoners were watching this fight happen, by the way. So, for that victory, everyone will get a solid 3 points of destiny. Also, Dariana's back up to 1 hit point now.
Yeah.
Yay.
On the Doomsday was so cool.
You killed him before he had a chance to pop his limit break.
What a shame.
Did he? How many destiny did he have left?
He had 3. He was saving them for his limit break, but he died before he could use it.
Because
What
I
was
put him
it?
to sleep.
Yeah, he needed to be at 170 HP or less in order to pop his limit break. When you put him to sleep, he was at 200.
So he couldn't have done it.
So he
even if
couldn't
I
have popped
hadn't-
it. He didn't get the opportunity to pop it.
He got zapped with Doomsday, stabbed, punched, then snaked.
Yep.
Delicious.
What would his limit break done?
It would have transformed him into a, like, ascended hyper vampire gargoyle thing, kind of like what you might see in the Elder Scrolls series with the ascended vampires, and all of his stats would have gone up tremendously. Like, his damage output would jump from doing, like, the 50s to 60s of damage to doing 80s per hit.
Okay.
It was a full-blown transformation.
Okay, that's
Bigger wingspan, hopefully.
so. Yeah, well, everybody's probably gonna go over and check on her. Like, Collie's just looking at her burnt hand where she held him just for a bit.
Dariana, you awake?
Ow!
Hello.
And just before we get to that, Tom, Kali, in the back of your mind, you feel discomfort for your victory?
No, not really.
Good. And Apopus withdraws. So yeah, Dariana's at 1 hit point and she is groaning. Ow!
Potion? Anyone? Hippo?
She's white mage.
It's real shit.
It's
You
fine.
know.
I can take care of myself on that front. Thank you.
End of combat ability, right? We all get some back.
Well, she has to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
conscious. She has to be conscious for that.
Can you leave the poor woman? She just got up.
What she
Give
is
her a minute.
What she is going to do is she's simply going to expend 28 MP to cast Cure on herself 4 times.
Oh, okay. Heal.
Okay, so she gets back 104 HP. She's back to max after that.
It's like Tone the first time he played healer with us when we were going through 14 and he forgot to heal me.
Yeah. And I will say, for purposes, because she was KO'd from like over half her max HP, Dariana has acquired a critical injury.
Like what?
It's one of those things we didn't do in campaign 1. Critical injuries are things that happen if you like are knocked out multiple times in a single fight, or if you are knocked out from a sufficiently huge amount of damage. I say from more than half your max. And those are usually things that can't be healed immediately with healing spells. They take time to heal. It can be sped up with healing checks when making camp and resting. But it just takes time to go, and they usually incur some sort of penalty. So because the blow she took was flared as being across her chest, I'll say she has a harder time with breathing and chanting. So she's going to suffer a penalty to her negotiations skills, and her finesse will be halved when casting spells until that heals.
So basically, if we had left that rule for the first campaign, Alistair would be getting one pretty much every boss battle.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
So, we won. And you're alive. We're not dead. Yay.
Good.
You should see him super awesome. Like, lasers came down from the sky like, bah! And then I stabbed him like, ah! And then Ixon came and punched him in the face like, ah!
Child!
Avela.
Bonk. You bonking? We doing the bonk?
Yes, bonking. Yes.
Bonk.
There you go.
I get to be happy we killed the super vampire bad guy.
I understand your happiness, but let the poor woman relax. We just had a hard fight.
Yes, he's not as got enough spring in as you.
Also, honey, he might have a Moogle on your shoulder again.
Are you okay? Rest it off. You'll be fine. Here's a potion.
Hold on, be right back.
Okay.
Chug, 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 chug.
Harley,
Mm.
you alright?
I'm alive.
You killed 2 undead assholes today.
I suppose.
Saved saved a lot of people doing it. It's pretty cool.
I killed a monster. And that's all I did today.
Well,
Pretty sure Cowley got the killing blow on both the big bosses.
that's why I said killed 2 undead assholes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. My mom was
Yeah,
telling me
yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah, I gave you a potion.
Killing a monster, feeding on a bunch of innocent people, saving them in the process. It's a lot more than just killing. A lot of saving too.
Call it whatever you want.
Really. Don't be so hard on yourself. You did really well, and I'm really glad you were here.
She doesn't say anything.
We should probably work on getting these people out of here, I think.
About that, the bridge is out, and we're in a pit.
I'm sure we can find a way around that. You can jump high. Chira can fly.
And we have a fishing rod.
Are you gonna fish all the prisoners out? Are you kidding me?
There's,
I can jump to the-
there's
I can
also
jump to the exit, but there's also the matter of getting everyone down and out. There's a lot of people in here. Also, yo, guy up there in the doorway who's not dead. We're not dead either. Hello.
Oh, that's right. We told him to wait there.
Yeah, Norvon pokes his head out through the curtain. Is it done?
Yeah, but there's no bridge. Don't step out or anything. You will fall and smack your face.
I can see that. What the hell?
Yeah, and there was a vampire. Like you said, we killed him. He's dead. He's ash.
Good.
You know,
You sound like a pterodactyl.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I caught me off guard with that. With that.
What with the what the hell?
Yes.
What the hell?
yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
You
What
know-
the hell?
You know, kind of makes me regret not taking a certain limit ability, or Kali could have just literally teleported everybody out of here.
Let's spend some time just jumping, flying, whatever, and getting everyone out.
Yeah. Like you do have the key from Astos to unlock these cages without setting off the trap in the room, so you can do that. It'll take a while.
Yeah.
So, for the sake of brevity, over the next hour or so between Avela and Chira and Madeline, either jumping around, flying around, or floating around, you go between the various cages, and slowly but surely, the various prisoners are freed and gathered. Numerous
Say we
people.
also
numerous.
Got them up and out to the entrance out of here.
Yeah. It'll take a couple hours, but gradually you're able to get everyone out to the top. We're not going to make you go back through the dungeon maps because I don't have an overworld screen. We'll just go back to the title screen for now.
Okay.
Okay.
So, it takes a good couple of hours, and by the time you're emerging back out to the overworld with your rescued people in tow, it is getting on towards sunset. You were busy. But you come back out top with the survivors in tow. Multiple people from Cornelia, multiple goblins from the goblin settlement.
We should probably make a camp and then travel back to the goblin village during the day, because, you know, there's beasties and monsters in the night, and we can't keep an eye on all these people.
Wise. Alright.
Besides, some people, I think, need to sleep off some things.
I set up camp.
Alright. So you
I'll move it on your freaking shoulder.
So yeah, you take a while, you set up camp in that sort of courtyard out in front of the main entrance. With the small amount of camping supplies you have, you can't get beds for all of the rescued people, but they're fine to just rest on like some moss or grass, just something soft instead of the hard, cold metal of their cages. Is there any conversations you wish to have as the night passes on?
So, team meeting, huddle, group pile. No hugs, not yet. Sad. Oh well.
I don't want to be touched right now.
So, we're gonna get these people back to their villages, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That would be what's
Yeah.
best.
Ow.
And after that, I mean, I don't know where we're gonna collect our gil from now, because we kind of killed the guy who was gonna do that. I suppose we could loot his office.
Yes, I think your reward kind of went out when we turned him into ash.
To be fair, there's no one in that office anymore. We can probably just take it. What's owed?
Don't you think that money belongs to the village he was feeding on?
Us. We need to get the money to replenish our supplies somehow. We have nothing. We're kind of broke. More to the point of why I kind of had a duel. Since I left my tribe, I haven't traveled alone a lot. You know, people are difficult, but after this, considering we're broke, maybe we might want to take on a couple extra jobs to fix that together.
You can all do as you like. I just want to get back to Cornelia and to my hut.
I mean, yeah, I figured, but the rest of us adventurers who met up on the road and wandered into town. I mean, we're all going to be wandering off and doing that kind of thing anyway, so maybe we could become a team? Give it a go? Yeah? I want friends.
My days of a lone hunter are over, but my days as a monk have begun. So, why not? I join you.
They accept Mr. Bird. Shira? Grandmother I never had. Puppy eyes. Me.
God damn it.
God damn it, Avila.
Don't give me puppy eyes.
Emotional.
Damage.
Bribery.
God damn it, I get the same thought in my head!
Emotional damage.
Damage! try to remember now what Tom said because I'm busy laughing.
You're saying
Asking.
puppy eyes, emotional bribery. Try to get you to
Okay.
join.
Puppy eyes. Using emotional pressure to get you to stay.
Yeah.
I guess I still have some time in my life to travel again. It's been
Awesome.
actually interesting traveling with you all. Haven't had this in a long
I'm
time.
interesting.
Interesting's a strong word, child.
I'm full of many strong words. And strong pies. Depends what they use the ingredients. I need to get more pies when we get back to town. I'm out. That's sad.
Bonk.
Ah,
Don't make me change my mind, child.
12.
but then who would hit me on the head when I'm being stupid?
I go and whisper to her, it's like, do you know how to make a special sleep pie for her? I would be grateful if you do.
I'm right next to you, you know.
I
We'll just
know.
make a pie, and then Kali can put that power she used to put her asleep.
You know, there's the... Madeline, are you in for this? Because more things to shoot. And pour acid on. You're kind of scary for a Moogle.
Aw, thank you. I try.
Calling her scary is actually the compliment she wants to hear, not cute.
Scarily adorable.
Shut up.
I mean,
Like
she's not wrong.
Besides, if you don't come with us, you'll lose your perch, because the bird's already signed up.
Hey.
Hey.
So...
I mean, it means I get the box. I guess. Fine.
so reluctant.
And,
And also, in one condition, stop calling me cute.
No promises.
You
I
can see
promise
the little
not to-
hand hit the
I
bird.
promise I won't call you cute until I do the next time.
Yeah, there's a little hand just hitting the bird after what he just said.
And... Carly?
I don't think that's a good idea.
I do.
Look, it's not that I haven't enjoyed these times. I'm not a team player.
I don't think any of us really were before now, but I mean, we worked pretty well as a team the last few days.
You still want
Besides-
me around, even after what you've seen.
I mean, after you were super awesome, and yeah, the snake demon thing is kind of worrying, but if you're kind of worried about it and us, don't be. I mean, part of being friends is handling each other's baggage too, right? And I would be.
Go ahead.
I would much rather you be with us so we can help each other than deal with that alone. No one should have to.
Even if you end up dead.
We just fought a vampire. That could happen anyway.
Mm-hmm. And I was gonna say, Exalam just walks over and puts a hand on her shoulder. Look,
Okay, what'd you say she did? What did you say you did?
well, he's gonna easily put a hand on your shoulder, but then he's like remembering a few things, and like then just comes up with it instead of doing that.
Like, the stops just before.
Yeah, a bit like what Kratos does when he's about to pet his son, but they're like, nah. But anyway,
It's like,
look, I have been on the lonely path And I can assure you it is not as grim as it seems. Plus, when you get into a tight situation, you would need someone to help you now and then. You shouldn't travel the world alone,
You
and you should have
assume
faith in others. And besides, you could help me get over my fear of snakes.
I don't help anyone.
You helped us
You
plenty.
saved our lives. We could have died in that fight. Plus, you also took down 2 big bats, if I recall.
Now, Carly, if you don't believe us now, give us a chance to make you believe us.
Yes. Plus, I give you the highest honor and respect, and I will happily follow you wherever you go.
Even if you're allowing a monster to sleep next to you.
I do not see a monster before me.
The
So
monster.
yes,
The
I
monster.
travel.
Yeah, the monster was the guy who, after gaining his powers, decided to feed on the innocent. I'm seeing before me the woman who condemned him for that and worked her ass off to save everyone. I know we can't really convince you of any of this now, but we're gonna say it anyway, because it's true.
Yes, and there's no harm giving us a try.
You see her closing her eyes and see like a shiver go down her.
Also, Hades, I sent you a thing.
That's what I'm referring to.
Ah.
And she just
She does. No.
And don't worry, Mr. Snake. We're not going to try and bother you. You're part of the package, I guess.
If I may say something,
Mhm.
there is another reason why I chose to stay with this group. I think each and one of you needs at least some kind of guidance. Each one has something different. Kali, I think you've been alone too far long, and you're not sure what it's like to have people who care about you and want to help you. You think you'll just hurt them in the end. We can try all we want to reassure you, but you're the only one that can believe that. I'm willing to help guide you, if you'll let me. And she just doesn't touch her, she just
Was that a
pulls
hand?
out her hand. Thank you.
Yeah, offers a hand for like a shake or something.
Yeah, just you don't have to respond. Just know that we are here for you, and I am willing to guide you and help you, because I do care about you as well as the others. I still have time.
I don't understand you lot.
How could you not understand me? I'm perfectly understandable.
Bella,
Okay.
child.
You've seen it. You know what it's capable of. You know what I'm capable of. You don't question why or what's going on or why I have this?
I guess we figure you'll tell us when you decide to.
Yeah, we're not gonna force you to say it. You
We
should
all-
tell us in your own time.
Even
We
if you
all-
like to learn.
We
don't
all
care.
have our issues. I mean, I'm a Cheshire Smiler with severe parental issues, so you know, eh.
Here's the hope when I bet.
Fine.
Fine.
Don't. I'll stay. Just
We're happy.
just don't blame me when you learn. You don't like to learn.
Whatever the past is, I kind of like the person I see now, so we're gonna travel. And one day you'll let me give you a pie and let me hug you. Until then, though, we need a team name.
A team name.
I
really don't
vote
trust
for the Persevering Investigators Extraordinaire.
Well, at least it doesn't have pie in it, but that's a bit of a mouthful.
No. Think about it for a moment, Ixavan. Think about the acronym.
Child.
Kali just
Take that back.
She
I'm
face
just
palm.
imagine. Yes.
Bonker.
Skajama, if you would.
I would indeed.
Why should we be the agents of pie? Ow!
13.
Sorry about that.
The agents of Al. I think I like that better.
Agents of Ow.
Well, and
Sorry about that.
does anyone else have a better idea? Otherwise, we are pie.
We need to think this now.
Well, I'm calling dibs, so going once,
It ain't over yet.
going twice.
Can somebody bonk them, please?
I was
Again.
waiting for 3, so.
3, we are pie. No takes backs.
Bonk.
Bye. Run.
Okay, and for the sake of
think that-
brevity,
I think I prefer to be called the Warriors of Phoenix or something.
nah. So anyways, for the sake of brevity, Avela, as you make your declaration and then get bonked by Chira, you go and you start running, and Chira starts chasing you down, shouting angry grandma expletives. As this comedic scene is unfolding in front of the onlooking rescued civilians, our view of this lot will slowly pull back. Over the coming days, you make your way back to the goblin settlement. Do some work with Galvok and the other goblins there as their people are reunited, including the goblin, the chieftain's daughter, who I never gave a name to because I'm a dingus.
Was the one we were talking to his daughter?
Yeah,
Like when we first walked in?
yeah, that was the daughter.
I figured.
And then once the goblins are returned and the people are fed from the goblins' food stores and given water and treatment for their wounds, you gradually make your way back to the settlement of Cornelia. And upon your arrival and Dariana's retelling of events and the testimony of the rescued civilians, the people of the village are understandably rattled by the revelation that their mayor of the last several years was in fact a vampire silently preying on them in the night when they weren't looking, but are nevertheless willing to accept the testimony of all the rescued people and Dariana. And as a thank you for your efforts, they are happy to let you rummage around in the mayor's shit, essentially, for whatever it is you want as reward. And so, you are...
I request as reward 10 pies.
Of course, I knew that was coming.
Of course. So that night, after you've all acquired a lot of gil to fund your next adventure, whatever it may be, in the village of Cornelia, effectively a banquet of pastries is held as a sort of thank you celebration to the adventurers who wandered into the midst of the situation quite by chance, but through their intervention managed to save a lot of people. And as our camera is pulling back from that, this story shall end. So,
I just want to say, throughout those investigations, Avela is absolutely introducing the group as the aid of supply to everyone in earshot.
of course she is.
And we're gonna deny it and say you're a crazy pie person.
She's
don't
telling
know her.
everyone in earshot, so it's undeniable, but it's cannot take it back.
Indeed. But yeah, with all that said, this mini adventure comes to an end.
E.
Woo!
All right.
Oh shit.
So yeah.
Honey.
There's a new Aliens game that's based in the design of XCOM now.
Okay, that's
Do
Oh,
that
dear.
later. We're kind of trying to end it.
so yeah.
Hey.
So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this recording closed off. So yeah. There we go.
But we off.
No, I hadn't announced it yet, you dum dum.